Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put on your back now? 'Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
So guys, Mount Vernon Kid here, coming to you again with the next fight. And I pretty much put two universes together that I believe would mesh very well. And I put the likes of Darth Maul versus Samara. Like I said, two worlds that would mesh so well together. Star Wars, Mass Effect. So let's kick it off with Darth Maul. There once was an apprentice under Sidious. He was a Zabrak, and he was the meanest, evilest character in the Star Wars universe. Consumed by hate and violence, and utterly devoted to the dark side. His name was Maul. Darth Maul, guys, you should all know, was the apprentice of Sidious. He was pretty much trained to show no fear. He became trained and forged weapons by the masses and learnt the ways of the Sith. Hell, he learned it so well, he was marked with the Sith tattoos around his whole body. And he was the ultimate tool of the dark side. Sith mastered the lightsaber technique so well, guys, that he pretty much, unlike traditional dueling styles of like most Jedi, he combined his swordsmanship with acrobats and hand-to-hand combat skills, and that made him pretty much unstoppable. You know, when I look at Sith, when we first saw Sith, what did we think, guys? This guy was a badass. And he sure lived up to that badass marker until his death. He was able to kill Obi-Wan's master. Until Obi-Wan is the one that pretty much was able to take him out. But then they brought him back in the comics, during the Dark Horse comics, before the whole animated series. But Darth Maul is one badass that even rivals that of Darth Vader, and you gotta respect him for that very much. So let's move on to his combatantness, and that's none other than Samara. Samara basically first appeared in the Mass Effect universe. She first appeared in Mass Effect 2. She is what is known as a Justicard. She is nearly 1,000 years old. She's an Asari. And Justicards are pretty much the equivalent of samurai and knights. They walk by this moral code that pretty much provides them with all they need pretty much to pursue justice. But Samara is brought in after you meet her, and she just comes off pretty much like, you know, like this character, you know, how they showed her is alluring but deadly at the same time. And she's willing to basically fuck your shit up if you get on her nerves. She she'll abide by the local authority for a short time, but then after that, her code gives her enough right to do whatever she needs to, so she can go against local law enforcement. Now, she's skilled with weaponry as well, but as a Justicar, she relies, and like most Asari, she relies on her strong biotic abilities. Biotics are pretty much like biotics are pretty much like telekinesis. She's able to just push things and use force against them. And when she fights to kill. She doesn't hold back with anything. And that's something that I've always liked about Samara. But she does come off like, she's really alluring. Like, look at me, you know you want me, but you can't touch me. You can't have me. Now, being that she's a pure-blooded Asari, she has this genetic, I guess you could say, genetic defect that has her children known. She bears Ardok Yakshi children, which pretty much her children are not able to meld or pretty much have sexual intercourse with anybody, because pretty much they'll kill their mates, pretty much. Two of her daughters decided to live in isolation and things like that, but one of them, Morinth, actually decided to be on the prowl and do what she wants. And she pretty much had to kill her daughter in Mass Effect 2. That was her loyalty mission. You had to help her kill her daughter. And even when she killed her, it wasn't, you would figure Samara would pretty much, cry and everything like that. But no, she didn't cry. She just looks at Shepard like, what do you want me to say, Shepard? So she as a Justicar, she's molded herself pretty damn well. She's tough as nails, very smart, witty, strong, and she's almost a one-man wrecking crew, pretty much. So, in terms of a battle between these, you got a Sith and an Asari Justicar going at it. Right from the get-go, these two would not like each other. This would be a battle to the death. And putting the power of the Sith against the power of the Justicar. Ooh, this would be good. This would be really good, and I would pay money to see this fight happen. Both characters are gonna fight to the death, and it's gonna take a lot for both of these characters to win. But I would give it slightly, guys, advantage to Samara. She's a little bit more calculated than Maul. Maul, he's cool, but I think Samara would get him eventually. Or they could kill each other, But I'll say Samara, but I leave it up to you guys. Darth Maul or Samara. And other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. I will see you guys Saturday with the next fights. But other than that, this is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. As always, battle on.